Hello, hello. It's Friday Eve. I'm very happy about that. Um, Today felt like a long day. I think I'm probably going to have to start wearing my glasses, my blue, what was it? My blue lens glasses because like my eyes, especially like this is odd, but it's like one Sophie. Oh my gosh, I missed you. Not probably not the most recent one. Because at work I don't have phone service. Like the way the building's designed, I like really don't have phone service. And it's always busy. So it's hard to get a minute as well. I'm so happy to see you. I missed you. Okay. I'm happy it's Thursday. That means it's Friday Eve. And that means we're moving towards the weekend, which I am so happy about. How are you doing? That's what I want to know. Maybe I should make this. I'm kind of thinking about traveling over the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I'm not sure. Good. Take your time. Get lots of rest. I said some prayers for you. So I'm happy to see that you're recovering well. That's good. And of course, I need my twin. um, what's been going on lately? Outfit check. I had a cardigan on over it, so it wasn't like this at work. But this outfit, this is my work clothes. I feel like the gym is slowly starting to pay off. I'm getting my abs back. They kind of never left, but they just kind of went into like, I don't know, hibernation. So they were like in retrograde. Thank you. I feel like my one issue with my outfit today is my shirt is like cold colored, like it's kind of like a grayish bluish color. And then my pants are like they're like mauve purple. So I feel like my pants are like kind of warm and then my top is cold. But I couldn't be bothered to pick anything else this morning. I've been going to the gym in the mornings. Lately, these past couple of days, I switched to a different gym location. So that is new. I went someplace cool and I got the first couple clips for the September video that I want to do for you specifically. And I'm thinking about traveling over the weekend, but it's going to be like a over 3 hour train ride. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm going to make a decision. And I haven't made one yet. You think it's okay? The fit's all right? Well, if you like it, then I'll not even worry about it. I think I need to start wearing my blue glasses to work because my computer is making my eyes hurt. So I need to find those. The blue lens glasses. Sometimes I've worn them on like streams and stuff like that. I cheered you up. You, you cheer me up all the time. Sometimes I'll be reading your comments and I'll be like literally LOLing for real. The skedaddle music comment sent me. All right, I'm gonna turn the oven on. Now what? We gotta use the air fryer. I haven't used the air fryer in a while. My husband helped me with the dishes, so everything should be pretty fast. We're having a like cookout barbecue like office party thing coming up, and everybody's like making food and stuff. And one of my coworkers found out that I'm vegetarian, so they're talking about like how they're gonna like make a vegetarian dish. And then I'm like, honestly, in my mind, I was like halfway forgetting about it, but now I'm like, I need to make sure that I bring something too. But I have no idea what I'm gonna bring. Like absolutely zero clue. I don't know what to make. And then the other thing is like, what do you make in the summer? Yeah, I was really surprised. Sometimes I don't like to tell people that I'm vegetarian because I don't want them to feel like they have to, like, man, we were going to have steak, but now we can't have it because you're going to be there, you know? So sometimes I was like telling people, but like, they were so positive about it. I thought about it, but the thing is, here's the issue. Here's the problem with me bringing sweets. The problem with me bringing sweets is I do not know how to bake. So it would have to be like a no bake sweet, which I don't know what I would make, you know? Like I could make something like chocolate covered strawberries, but I feel like that would be super messy and I don't think they would come out cute, you know? Like that's the first thing that comes to mind, like when I think of like sweets or watermelon, because there's some farmers over here that like rock cookie dough. But where would I get it? Oh, I think I know a place I could get it. But would people be able to eat that without getting sick? Because I think some of the don't I cannot talk. Doesn't cookie dough usually have like raw egg in it? I know they put raw cookie dough in ice cream sometimes. So there must be a way to eat it raw. I could also bring ice cream, but I would need a way to keep it cold. Ice cream might be something I could bring. Hmm. I kind of like the sweets idea. Because some people, even if they won't actually eat a meal, they'll try sweets. Like if you know there's always room for dessert. Um yeah, well, there's ways to eat it. You put it in I do it all the time. I believe you. I believe you. But I think some people get sick from it. Like my coworker, he had I'm trying to find something the same size. My coworker had a coffee that was like this big that he's drinking, and he had cream in it. And I feel like if I put, first of all, coffee will sometimes make my stomach upset in general, but if I put cream in it and I drink a ton of it, it's gonna make me sick. But I like the sweets idea. I don't think anybody mentioned bringing sweets. Someone is bringing macaroni, or someone, I don't want to say they're bringing macaroni. Someone mentioned maybe bringing like a macaroni salad, but the way they were describing it, it sounded fire. So if they decide to bring that, I'm gonna leave that to them. And someone else who's not vegetarian is bringing like roast steak, roast beef. I don't know, whatever they non-vegetarians make. It sounded good. Speaking of vegetarian stuff, I went to this restaurant. Why is this bag so loud? I went to this restaurant called Two Foods, like the number two, like literally two foods in Tokyo. And they used to have vegan donuts. And that's literally like 90% of the reason why I just wanted some of the vegan donuts that they have. Tell me why they stopped selling them. Like it's on their little like advertisement thing over the cash register, and they didn't have any. I was so upset. A barbecue hamburger sounds so good right now. I think probably the majority of people think that a barbecue or like a burger or a barbecue burger together sounds better than like a vegetarian meal. I like donuts, but I only like Japanese donuts. I don't like the ones in the US. The ones in the US, like Krispy Kreme and Dunkin', are like too sweet to me. And I've always felt that way. Even like when I was a little kid, I never really liked them. But the donuts here are less sweet, which I've heard some people say they don't like as much. But for me, chef's kiss. Oh my gosh. When you and Leah come here and tour around and visit all the places, that is something that you guys have to do is visit Mr. Donut because they have some really good donuts. They have honey glazed donuts, which are like my favorite. And they have these, I don't even know how to describe them. They're like little balls, but it's like little ball shapes all around. Those are good. Chocolate donuts with frosting. Um, those ones I will give to you because, like, I'm not a big chocolate person. I feel like the older I get, the more chocolate is like for me. Like as a kid, if I could get chocolate, then I would like be absolutely obsessed because like we weren't allowed to have sweets that much. But now chocolate is kind of bad to me. But they do have cream donuts. They have chocolate donuts. My favorite is the honey glaze. Those ones are so good. Those and turned off. Turn back on. All right, there we go. No matter what time I crave it. Yeah. Any donut lover, I think, has to try Mr. Donut at least once to see if they like it or not. Because I love it, but it's a little bit less sweet than like Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme. And like I know a lot of people love those. It's not. Oops. I just yeah, I was supposed to do that. That was an accident. So it turned this off because the two things were on at once, and it can't handle both of those being on. You've never been to Krispy Kreme? I thought Krispy Kreme was like all over the U.S. Like everywhere has it. I didn't know. I think it just said it's regular. No, it's not. Maybe it's like In and Out. Have you ever been to In and Out? Now I'm curious. Please tell me you've been to In and Out or Five Guys. I'm just pointing out the places with good French fries because I like French fries. So that goes to where my head is at. Wherever the places that have good French fries are. Five Guys, In and Out, and Chick-fil-A. They have good fries. Chansley and her, and they own a cute little shop, and we go get all kinds of donuts and croissant witches, and I get chocolate milk, and she actually, really? Wait, she asked your mom? What did your mom say? I can't imagine like that conversation, like what I would do. I feel like depending on the culture though, it's a little bit more like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean that part too. I've had some interesting conversations here because part of my problem is that even though I'm married, I think some people can't get a gauge on how old I am because a lot of times I don't wear much makeup and I'm not very tall. So maybe I'm roughly the size of a kid, I guess. And my gray hair is not super noticeable, although it's there. And I wear my ring, but it's like low key, so I think it confuses people. Is Dexter the show where the guy like deletes people, but he has like a good reason to win? I have heard about Dexter, I think. If it's the one I'm thinking, where he's like he okay, yep. But he works for like the detectives or police or something. That's about all I know. The guy deletes people and then he works for like the cops somehow. But I feel like shows like that are like, yeah, the forensics thing or whatever. Okay, really? You know something I think is so interesting? Have you seen Twilight? Because I feel like Twilight was really popular when I was a teenager. But I don't know if it like there's a reason I bring it up in reference to this. There's a tie, there's a connection. I feel like it became popular again, but not like how it was when I was younger. Twilight the series. And I've seen New Moon and the one before that, I think. Really? That is so interesting. Like me and my younger sister went to see it in theater, and she had the Team Edward shirt and I had the Team Jacob shirt. But anyways, in Twilight, some of the behaviors that they do are like Edward is supposed to be a vampire, but he's like a good vampire because like he doesn't eat people. Like he refuses to eat people or something like that. It was so sad, like because she couldn't pick. Who couldn't pick? Your grandmother couldn't pick? Like which one? Give me a reference there. But yeah, in Twilight, some of the things that they did, like the behaviors they did, it's like if I was dating somebody and they were like, "Oh, I used to like eat people," I would be like, you know? And the Dexter guy, it's like, oh yeah, I delete people like all the time. The girl, she had to choose Edward or Jacob. Yes, yes. She did, but I don't know. When the books and movies were really popular, everybody had picked a side. So pretty much every person who read the books had picked who they thought should be like the end game guy. But the way it's written, if you're like actually paying attention to the book, I don't know what the movies, but the books for sure, it's already spoiled. You already know. Is Twilight making you sad? If it makes you feel any better now that I'm older, I watch it and just kind of like laugh at the corny stuff. And I actually really like some of the meme accounts that like pretend to be the characters. So did I tell you about my Lululemon pants I got last? I don't think so. What do you like about your Lululemon pants? Aw, can they be fixed? Like, is it something you can sew or like, um, is it noticeable? My work pants ripped the other day, and I noticed after I was wearing them, I like looked at the back, and the back had torn. But thankfully, my work jacket kind of like covered up the tear. But now they're torn. I think I might be able to fix them though, if I can make time. Oh yeah, I should probably wash this when I talk. No, they cannot be sewed. Oh yeah. Okay. If they're like seamless leggings or something like that, then yeah, that would be difficult to sew. If they're like the like what is it, bell bottom like yoga pants, exercise pants, or whatever, those ones might be able to be sewed on the seam. There's a girl this morning at the gym and she had some like brown ones and they were really cute. But usually at the gym I'm not really admiring other people's fit because I'm way too tired for all that. This morning I came to the gym and I feel like you know Sesame Street, like Elmo and like all of his friends, and they just like have like the fur that's just like sticking up everywhere. That's how I felt I looked when I got to the gym. I feel like it was very obvious to the front desk team that just got out of bed and rolled over to the gym. I mean, I had to drive there, but they gave me that concerned look like, what's wrong with her? But then when I left, by the time I left the gym, I had changed into my work clothes, put on some mascara, and I felt good again. You have to look at their butts. Usually at the gym, I don't be looking at people's butts. I'm trying to think what I noticed. Usually at the gym, I notice what people seem like they work out a lot. Like there'll be some people at the gym, and it's like literally it's leg day every day. So they're like the quad queen or something, and they're just like walking around with quads for days. Or you'll see like the guys that are like always working out their traps, and they have like the big old like triangle there because they like work out all the time in that one area. Um, the other thing I notice is people that are like super casual to the gym that like wear like the tank top and it's like torn off on the sides and they have like their slides. They couldn't be bothered to put on like trainers or whatever and they just like rolled into the gym. kind of like me this morning. Sometimes I notice those people. And the girls who have really cute fits, like nice colors or like something that looks good on their like body type, I do notice that. At the gym, that is very embarrassing. Yeah, that's super embarrassing. Hopefully they said thank you and they were able to fix it before anybody else noticed. Because that's super embarrassing. I think what I used to do, because right now the medication that I have, the medication that I have to control the health condition that I have eliminates that problem for me for the most part. But I think before I would change the way I dressed subtly. That's good. And it's good you're giving them a heads up too, because that's really embarrassing. Um, Honestly, I don't particularly recommend it. Um, I like kind of broken out. Yeah, I don't particularly recommend it. It's not something I take. Like I have like a women's health problem. So in order to treat it, I had one um birth control that controlled my hormones to keep from having the issue escalate. But I started getting blood clots, which they were like, if you get a blood clot and the blood clot goes to your lungs, your brain, or your heart, it could be really serious. So you have to stop what you're doing. So I had to basically do like a procedure, like almost like a surgery, not really a surgery. Some people get IUDs without surgery, but I was under anesthesia. And then they gave me the Mirena to stop the issue that I was having. So that's pretty much what it is. So that process was not fun, and I don't particularly recommend it. But they told me I kind of don't really have any choices. It's either that or an even more serious medicine that has some really serious side effects. And I just tried to go with my least damaging option. So that's the sitch. I understand my body needs to grow and everything, but I think that medication, I don't like happens. Honestly, to be completely honest, um, and this is like without being a doctor, it's not medical advice. Because YouTube or somebody will try and get me if I don't say a disclaimer. But I think in a perfect scenario, if you could control problems like that with your diet and your exercise and stuff, as opposed to having to take like really harsh prescriptions, I think that would be ideal in a perfect scenario. Like my situation that I have yet to find a way to control it with diet and exercise alone. Um, the couple of times that I tried, I ended up hospitalized, which is not fun either. So I don't have a clear solution, but I think if you can, the more you can do naturally and take care of your body, sleep and, eat right and all that, then that's the best scenario. I'm not going to read this out loud. The comments are not turned on, thankfully, but I'm just going to read what you said. Good. I'm glad everything was okay. I was praying for you. There was there was one day, I don't even remember which day it was, but I was like going to sleep and I was telling my husband like, yeah, like I just keep thinking about Sophie right now, and like I just really, I think the thing that like hurts my heart is like you are so young. Um and I understand the purpose of it. I understand why based on our conversation, but like in my mind you're just a baby, like, and that's a lot to go through, and I could imagine it being scary. So I think you're really brave for having a good attitude about it. Don't worry about the discretion thing. I'll try my best. Thankfully the comments are not shown on stage in this. And it looks like it's just us in this chat. So if someone else shows up and you don't want it to show, you can delete your comment. But I'm just happy to know that you're okay, sincerely. That just makes me feel a lot better. So obviously it's going to take time to like feel back to 100%, but you were brave, you got through it, and now it's upwards and onwards for you. I think I've said this a while ago, but I feel like you give me hope for the future of the world, people like you, because it's like you're really young, but like I can tell that you have a lot of wisdom and kindness for someone that is your age. And I think like that is something that's so powerful, and the world needs more of that. People that are able to be smart and think logically and be capable of tough decisions, but also be kind. So yeah, maybe a queen type name is fitting. Ne? Ne is right. Like if you like you'll say right in Japanese, like ne. uh no, I mean it didn't have a like for reason. It just happened out of nowhere. Like something happened. Okay. Yeah, just take care of yourself. Like your health is really important, and like even if you are young or any age, like you can still think about your health. You should still think about your health, because the more you take care of your health when you're younger, then the less you have to worry about it when you're older. Like I actually have a fairly large amount of health problems, but I think that the fact that I try my best to eat fairly healthy most of the time when I'm not eating donuts and going to the gym, yeah, it does help. It really does help. Like the condition that I have, I don't know how to explain it. It's tied to hormones. Basically, hormones are what keeps you alive. Your hormones control homeostasis in your body, right? So your hormones like tell you you're getting hungry, or you should go to sleep. Like your hormones affect your brain and like help you cycle through what you need to do. But the issue that I have is like a hormone influenced inflammatory condition. And so basically my advice that I got from doctors in my situation is try to stay active even when you don't feel like it. Asthma sucks. I actually used to have an inhaler, but lost I lost it when we moved to Japan. I usually don't need it. Like I used it maybe maybe 2 or 3 times in the span of like the 6 years I had it. But it seems like really heavy exercise. My water is kind of warm. I put one in the freezer, but I have to wait till it cools. Yeah, it usually only gets irritated if I exercise really heavily. But I think for stuff like that, it's always good to keep your inhaler or like other things with you, your health related things with you, just to make sure you're safe. That's amazing. That is really sweet. Yep. That is so sweet. Yesterday was my brother's birthday and I tried to call him. I couldn't get through to him. And so I've been kind of thinking about him like over the past like 48 hours or so. And I remember when I was growing up, my dad used to say like whenever we would fight, me and my siblings, he would be like, stop doing that because your siblings are like basically like your number one best friend. Like they may annoy you the most, but they're the one that's actually really, really, truly gonna have your back. And you should hug your siblings as much as possible and tell them that you love them, because when you're an adult, it's harder to do that. Like you'll be busy with work or you live far away and you won't see them as often. And when we were like fighting over like random stuff, like he's taking too long in the bathroom, or they keep on hogging the TV or whatever it is, it's like we weren't really thinking about that. But I feel like as an adult, I really feel that. Your parents are very wise people, I think. Like the more I hear about them, the more I think that they're wise people. And the other thing is like I think sometimes kids can be a reflection of their parents in a sense. Even like adults, because like I feel like some of the things that I think or do are influenced by my dad. Even though he's not here anymore, there's certain things that I think about or do that even like the conversation of siblings and stuff like that, how you treat your siblings, it's something that my dad said that has always stuck with me. Yeah, they were very smart. I was telling uh, and no one has anything, and that is impossible. No, I've heard some more controversial theories than that. And I don't know. I think for me, there's a lot of things that other people say or believe that maybe I don't agree with. But I don't think there's any point to like yuck somebody else's yum or like not give somebody else a chance to have their own perspective on things. You know? Like no person knows everything. You can only share with people like what you believe or what you know about, whatever, and then they can decide from there what they want to continue to think. Here comes Moxie. Yes, people think it's a dome on a disc, flat Earth. That's the only thing I don't believe. Well, I think sometimes, how do I say this? Oh, Moxie's a great example. Moxie, come here. Of course, Moxie doesn't come. Moxie! Ah. This is my cat, Moxie. And obviously, she's white. She has 2 ears. She has 4 legs and a tail. But if I described how my cat looked to somebody, yeah, they might, but if that person has never seen a cat before, they might have an image or an idea of what a cat looks like and how, like, 4 legs can look very different. Tails can look very different. Yeah, she kind of does. She even has like the little fur between her paws, but she's just smaller. But yeah, something can look different to somebody in their imagination, or like if they've never seen it before and they're trying to envision something, could be a different perspective for different people. So I think that one to me is kind of a moot point, but I don't know. Some people might get hot and bothered about it, but I think it's kind of a moot point. She's kind of distracting right now because she's in the corner licking her catnip thing, and it's just like making this noise in the background. If I had a cat, it would be Fats because I'm allergic to them. Are you really? Well, Moxie and Loki generate a lot of hair and they leave it all over the house. On the carpet, on the stairs, on the floor, in the kitchen, on the couch. The house needs to be clean right now, partially just because of the fur. Yeah, they generate a lot of fur. My husband and I were talking about getting Moxie a haircut, but I need to find like a salon that does cats. I was saying that yesterday. It's on my to-do list. I have a long to-do list right now. Actually, I want to say on Monday, I made a Amazon order to get some more sticky notes for around the house, but they're to-do list sticky notes. So they're sticky notes, and it says on the top of it to do, and then it has check marks for as you check the things off. And I got some more notebooks and stuff. I'm trying really hard to be more organized. So that is like my big mission right now, especially because my work right now, other than giving me a headache, has made me realize that I need to be more organized. So I'm working on that. And I'm supposed to start school next week, which reminds me I need to log in and double check my schedule. But the thing is, right now, usually I leave the house by 4:50 in the morning, and then I don't get home until around the same time in the afternoon. Yep. You too? What day? I am supposed to start on the 13th, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not sure if it's an in-class day or if it's an online day, because I'm pretty sure I'm only taking one class. I'm pretty sure my class is a hybrid class on Monday. Oof. Do you already have an outfit picked? I'm curious. I'm probably going to wear my sweats to class. Or I'll go in my work clothes after work. Depends on what time it is. I should bring sweats. But I feel like the more comfortable I am in class, the more likely I am to go to sleep, especially because it's a finance class. I feel like I'm going to be in the back like, huh? Huh? What? You know? You don't have an outfit picked, but you do have a new book bag, new Nikes and Converse, and almost all of my school supplies. I just need a new laptop, new notebooks. Sweet. It sounds like you're most of the way set. So that is good. I feel like I'm like not set at all. I think my strategy right now is winging it. Not advisable. I don't particularly think that's advisable, but um, what- preschool. I wish it's grad school because I have my bachelor's degree, but I never got my master's degree. And I started my master's degree before, but at the time I started it, I was going through a really stressful time in life, and then on top of that, then we found out like officially we're going to be able to move to Japan, and the combination of like the stressful stuff going on in life, the idea of moving to Japan, having to prepare the cats to move to Japan, and my dog, I was just like, yeah, this is not going to work. So I ended up dropping out. And part of me is afraid that like because I dropped out before, I will do it again. Does that make sense? Like I have a like internal fear, like because it happened before, then the same thing is gonna be like on repeat. So I think that's part of why like I'm avoiding like looking at my class schedule and getting a lot of school supplies because I have like an internal battle going on. Okay, you get it. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes you the only way to get past like something that you're afraid of or you feel like you don't want to do or can't do is to just try and see what happens. So that is what I'm planning to do. But I think I'm gonna try and organize over the weekend a little bit. If I go to, I'm thinking about going to. You're sleepy? I'm sleepy too, believe it or not. Because I got up at like 4:30 and I've just been at work all day staring at my computer. Um Yay, we're going to be organizing twin. Um yeah, I'm thinking maybe over the weekend I will take the train and go like 3 hours away. And if I do that, it's 3 hours one way. So it's 3 hours there and it's 3 hours back. So 3 hours is a lot of time to sit and like make notes for things that I need to organize. And then when I get back, I can just, set everything up. In theory, theoretically, it sounds really good, but we'll see if that happens. Yeah. But I'm sleepy too. Today, instead of drinking usually I bring green tea. I bring green tea to work with me, and I did that. But instead of drinking my green tea, I was just drinking like here's one. I had a whole bunch of these. These are like vitamin C shots, and I was drinking those because multiple people in my office keep saying that they're sick or they're getting sick or they're staying home because they're feeling like they're sick. And I'm like, okay, if a lot of people are getting sick, and I know I get sick fairly easily, and I'm not trying to do all that, I can't afford to do all that right now. I need to be drinking some vitamin C. I'm 10 hours behind you. Are we 10 hours apart? What time is it there? Is it 6:20 in the morning? I don't even know if that math is right. My brain hurts. These are like slow cooking. It's 4? No wonder you're feeling tired. That is early. Early, early. These are not done. I would actually love to take a nap. I don't know why. Because usually I'm good. You've been up since yesterday morning? Did you have caffeine? Since yesterday morning. You know, like the older I get, the harder it is to operate on little sleep. Like right now, my sensitivity to staying up late or like waking up early is so much that like I feel like if I were to go to bed 2 or 3 hours later, I would have a headache tomorrow and be grumpy and like groggy, even if I had an energy drink. You haven't eaten? I'm not gonna ask you a ton of questions about that. Um just for the sake of discretion, but please take care of yourself. Like whatever you are allowed to do right now to take care of yourself, please do that as much as possible. Well, of course I ate. It's just you said, do you have? Yeah, I mean, pretty honestly, to be completely honest, since I was like, I want to say since I was like 19, I have had kind of a caffeine problem. So for my first job, my very first job, they had it where I can drink as much coffee as I wanted while I was at work. Like as many coffee cups as I wanted, as much coffee as I wanted, all day long. And I was working and going to school, so I would do that. And then the next job I had, I started drinking like Monster and Rockstar, which was great because like I wasn't used to that, and so it would always get me like super hyper and stuff like that. And then after that, military, I did a ton of caffeine. But with that, I would skip meals and eat like candy or something. That is a good thing. I would skip meals and eat candy or like a snack and then have like a ton of like caffeine. And so then more recently I was like, "Oh, I'm drinking too much caffeine. I need to cut back." And when I start cutting back on caffeine, it's like I cannot stay awake or something. Like I'm just crashing, you know? So I think now it's a little bit better. Like typically speaking, I'll have like green tea or like maybe one or two coffees, and that's pretty much everything. Like I don't drink the Monsters and Rockstars so much. Um I'm brave. Really? I just don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. Or if you do make the same mistakes I did, at least you have someone telling you that they were mistakes. Because I feel like as a teenager and as in my early 20s, I had people around me that were like telling me like, "Oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that." But some things I had to figure out myself. And some things, to be completely honest, some things other people told me you shouldn't do that I did anyway ended up working out for me. So, like for me, like, and we've had this conversation before. And I think it was a similar situation. It was just the two of us in the chat at that time. But I was saying for me, joining the military paid off a lot. it's really, really helped me a lot. So I don't really think it was a wrong decision for me, but it's something that I think a person who's considering should do their research, and not just research, like look up articles online, but actually talk to people that are in that field, that are doing it, not like people that are like, oh yeah, everything's lovely, like people that will tell you the truth. But yeah, it paid off for me. So not everything people tell you is a bad idea for you, but I don't want you to make the same mistakes. And it is okay that you fell asleep. Actually, I should sign off because I am sleepy too. And I don't think I'll fall asleep. I don't think I'll fall asleep because I'm standing up. But what usually happens when I'm super tired and I don't go to sleep is like I start like going off topic more than usual, or like I like start talking about something random. Like I just my brain doesn't stay focused. So I think now is a good time to end the stream. You can go to sleep and get some rest. But sincerely, I am very, very happy to see you. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're okay. I'm always happy to see you. Thank you for telling me all that stuff. I learned a lot. And I learned a lot about you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Get some rest. Have a great day. Good night, twin. You make me happy. Get some rest, twin. You make me happy too. I'm very glad to see you. I'll keep praying for you with everything that's going on, but I'm just glad to see you. This honestly has made my day 100%. So I hope you know that. For everybody who's in the bushes that's just hanging out, all three of you, hit the subscribe button. I see you lurking. And I will see you guys later. Selfie hugs, my dear. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.